Hi everyone, it's Jo, otherwise known as the Little Bean on Instagram, TikTok, and now here on YouTube. In this video, I'm going to share my most used luxury items ranging from SLGs to bags to also skincare and beauty products. Now, as a creator, I am constantly getting to try new things, but these are the very few that I regularly and consistently use, which to me means that they are my top picks in each of these categories. So if we haven't met, my name is Jo, and I'm a lover of all luxury bags and beauty. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and be sure to click the notification button so you're notified every time I post a new video. So I'm going to go ahead and kick off by discussing my most used SLGs, then I'll share my luxury beauty and skincare products, and finally finish off with the top bags in my collection. Now I have a lot of SLGs in my collection, and I have a few videos where I share and showcase a lot of those pieces, to include a two-part series covering just my Louis Vuitton SLG collection alone. I'll be sure to leave one of those videos up here. Now, whether it's my wallet or my key pouch or my catch-all, I usually switch out my SLGs very regularly, like at least once a week until now, because I am currently stuck, like literally stuck on two new pieces that I've added to my collection, and I haven't switched out of them in weeks, which for me is a pretty big deal. So the first one is my Key Pouch S. This is new to my collection, and I recently did a full review of this piece. So again, I'll be sure to leave a link up here if you want to check out that review. So this little piece to me is like the Goldilocks of SLGs. It's slimmer than the mini pochette, so it fits better in my mini bags. Yet it's substantially bigger than the key pouch, and it is not actually that much more expensive than this smaller one. I really love its slim silhouette while still being able to pack a punch. As you can see, like I said, this is what I've been using on a daily basis, and it carries and fits everything that I need. Now I've done all the size comparisons in my full review, but just for comparison's sake, I would say that this Key Pouch S is most similar in size and shape to the Chanel Mini O case. That said, the reason I prefer the Key Pouch over the Mini O case is, first of all, the price difference. So this Key Pouch S is currently $380, whereas the Mini O case is nearly twice that cost. Now I know as well that the caviar leather, which is so luxurious, like I will say this is a beautiful piece, but I've been told, hey, it's caviar, it's a lot more, carefree than lambskin. But for me, I'm still very paranoid of being rough with it, especially around the corners, and it was just such a special piece to me that I just do get scared of, abusing it, I guess I should say. So I don't use this one as much. Whereas with the Key Pouch S, this is very user-friendly. It's, just canvas. You can kind of throw it around. It's very hardy. And so I feel like I don't have to be as gentle or as delicate with it. And if you know me, a big thing that I value in my pieces, especially the ones that I use a lot, is just the ability to be carefree with them. So overall, in terms of my top favorite SLG catch-all, this Key Pouch S really takes the cake on that one. Next, we have the Romy card holder. Now, I just purchased this one during a recent trip to Europe, and I was able to snag it for a much cheaper price than what is currently being offered in the US boutiques. Now, if you know me, you know that I absolutely love flat card holders that have a zip section and then card holder slots on the back. And so this one for me is just the perfect size. It's the perfect shape. I like that it has well, technically 4 card slots because this piece is a slot as well. And I love that this one has a little bit of extra height here so that you can fit dollar bills in here with no issue, as well as cards. So it truly is just the perfect size and shape. And honestly, I've been using it for weeks. It slips so well into my bags and I am absolutely obsessed with it. So in the same vein, these 2 card holders are also my other most frequently used card holders besides the Romy. So this is the Gucci Ophidia coin and card case, and this is the YSL Cassandra Matelassé Fragments card case. Now, I love these for the same reason that I love the Romy. So both of these have the zip section, and then they also have card slots in the back. These 2 actually have 5 slots versus the 4 that the Romy has. Now, I would say the main drawback of these 2 is that they're actually not a lot, but a bit shorter than the Romy. And so what happens is when I put folded cash in these, they do have a little bit more of a chance to get stuck in the zipper section. Now, it can be really jammed down there, but I just feel like with these 2, I have to be a little more conscious of that. And again, as I said, I like more carefree options. And so that's why so far I have continued to gravitate towards the Romy, but I do love these. I don't always carry cash, and technically cash does fit in here. So I do still love these. I will note that unfortunately this Gucci one is discontinued, which I don't know why. It's such a shame. This was such a good one. So if I see any more, I'll be sure to include it in my description below. Otherwise, this YSL one is pretty much the exact same size and silhouette, and it's a great option. I will also link this one. All right, so now let's talk about some of my most used luxury beauty and skincare products. First, I'm going to start with my current go-to perfumes. So I have the YSL Libre Flower and Flames, and I also have my Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush perfume. Now, I am not a perfume connoisseur, so I don't even know how to describe these. I'm definitely going to go off of the website descriptions, but I do feel like the YSL is just a great everyday perfume. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm like almost already halfway through it because I've been using it so much. Now, according to the description, this is a warm floral fragrance that features a cocoa palm tree flower and a spicy and solar lily flower with a rich vanilla base. Now, I'm not normally a floral person, but I do feel like this one is balanced so well, so I don't smell like a, floral bouquet. I really do like the richness that the vanilla base really adds. So again, it does have that warmth to it, like the description says. So again, I do love this as an everyday fragrance. Now, the Good Girl Blush from Carolina Herrera, I came across because I had got it as one of those mini samples in the Sephora Favorites Discovery perfume sets. And I was able to pick it up full size because in those sets you get a coupon to get a full size product. And I loved it so much that I actually went through my entire first bottle, and this is actually my second one that I purchased. So I am a huge fan of this perfume. Now I'll say first off, let's just talk about this bottle. It is absolutely stunning and I love having it out on display. So I know I haven't talked a lot about perfumes on my channel, but I'd love to start some conversations. Definitely share what your favorite perfumes are in the comments below. I'm always up for trying new things. All right, so now let's talk about beauty products. Now, I do have the privilege of receiving gifting and PR from some beauty brands, so I've definitely tried a lot of products. And with that in mind, the ones I end up using regularly truly are worth noting. So I have everything in this Ophelia Cosmetics case. I actually got this, it was a gift from my husband probably a year or two ago. I don't know if I ever shared it on my channel, but I do absolutely love this case. For the ones who know me, you guys know that I'm obsessed with the Gucci Ophelia line, and so this really is such a beautiful case. And the zipper on this thing, so smooth, so it's really nice. Okay, so let's start with one of my all-time favorites. This is the Dior Lip Glow. Now, I have lost count of how many tubes I have finished of this product, which I think is a pretty big deal given I have so many lippies and it would literally be impossible for me to get through all of them, but I use this lip glow daily. I mean, it's to the point where like this is down to the absolute nub, and I have like scraped out chunks of it because I don't want any of this amazing, relatively expensive goodness to get to waste. I don't know what it is. I just feel like it's such a nourishing balm. It leaves a gorgeous sheen. I know the newer ones have a little bit of a pH balance, so it also adds a little bit of color and it's not sticky. And so while I know it's pricey, for me, it's something that I will definitely continue to purchase. And again, it's one of my all-time favorite lip products. So staying with Dior, another one of my newer discoveries is this Dior foundation stick. So like I said, I purchased it like 2 weeks ago and I've been using it every day ever since. And to be honest, I've never really loved stick foundations. Like I always find them to be really drying or heavy, or they leave like cakiness, or my skin just gets really like textured. But this one, you guys, it is so good. It really just melts into your skin. This is shade 2N, by the way, but you can see even with my finger, let alone a brush, it just blends in like an absolute dream. It adds the perfect finish, and on my skin it really does add a little bit of coverage. It's not like full coverage by any means, but it definitely adds that like finished, polished look to cover some of the imperfections, but it's light and breathable and it stays on my skin all day. It doesn't get all cakey by the end of the evening. So I am absolutely obsessed with this. Like I said, this is 2N. It's a good match for my current skin tone, but I'm already planning to purchase 3N to prepare for the summer months if I do get a little more tan as well. So if you are in the market for a new face product, a new foundation, I would definitely recommend this one, hands down. So another brand I've recently tried is Sarah Creole. Her products are available at Sephora and they are targeted towards more mature skin. So I have tried her SPF, I recently tried her bronzer, but I will say one of my most favorite products that I've tried from her are these concealers. So what I love about these concealers are that they are super creamy, very pigmented, and they don't sink into fine lines. Now, the packaging as well is super luxe. These are glass, and I just really like the aesthetic of them. Same with the bronzer, which I think is really cute. And then this adorable sunscreen as well. I will say that these products are definitely pricey. These concealers I think are $60. So that definitely is a drawback, as well as the fact that since they are a newer brand, their shade range is really not very large. But if you want to try a new luxury brand with luxury quality products and they happen to have your shade, I would definitely recommend these, as well as her other products to try as well. And finally, we have these two YSL liquid blushes. Now these are just truly beautiful. I know that YSL Beauty got a lot of flack on these liquid blushes because they've released this lavender colored one that, you know, people said didn't fit anyone's skin tone. I do have that one, but I do admit I don't actually use it. But these two colors are my tried and true duo. So what I like to do is I will dot one color here on my cheek, and then I will dot the orangey shade as well. And then when you mix them together, they just create this most beautiful, warm, corally tone that is just so flattering. And again, now I use the brush, but even with my finger, you can kind of tell it's just really pretty. And again, from a like finish, it is just a really beautiful natural finish as well. Now they are a little pricey. They are $39.50 a piece, but if you're looking for a way to treat yourself or splurge, I would definitely say these are great options. All right, finally, let's talk about skincare. Now, I use a lot of different skincare products, but these are two luxe ones that I use religiously. So the first is the Dior Prestige Advanced Serum. I got this serum as a platinum gift 2 Christmases ago, and this product has still lasted. I'm a bit annoyed though, to be honest, because now that I've tried it, I am hooked and I'm gonna have to restock when I run out, which is a little scary because this one is very expensive. It costs $350 for this 1 ounce. So it's definitely a splurge, but honestly, my skin truly feels improved. It feels firmer. The texture is better. I just really do love this product, and I think there's a reason why it is such a popular product for Dior. And finally, speaking of splurge, we have the Augustinus Bader. I think it's how you say it. Augustinus Bader. And this is the cream, but I also often use the rich cream, especially in the winter time when my skin gets super dry. But overall, my skin it does lean on the dry side, so I do use a number of different moisturizers on my skin in the evening, and this cream as well as the rich cream are just two of my favorites. They really nourish, and you can just really feel the difference in your skin the next morning. I always feel like my skin looks more glowy and bouncy and firm after using this. Again, this is one that's a pretty penny, but again, if you're looking to spoil yourself, to splurge on a luxury product or ask for it for a gift one, you know, holiday or for your birthday, I would say this one is definitely worth that splurge as well. All right, and now we have come to the last stop, which is my most used luxury bags. So I'll start with the obvious one, which is the Chanel Mini Rectangular, and then I'll share the last one, which I personally think is a bit more of a surprise than this one here. But first, let's talk about the Mini Rectangular. So I have talked about this bag in a number of videos. It has popped up as my favorite time and time again. And there's a reason. I mean, this is just your quintessential classic black bag. It is a great shape, and I do love the mini size. And I particularly love the Pearl Crush version, which is this little ball here that allows the strap to be adjustable. So this was my first Chanel purchase, so obviously it will always have a special place in my heart, but overall the size and functionality I think definitely fits all of my needs and my requirements, and so this happens to be and continues to be my favorite Chanel bag and my favorite black bag, and because of that I do actually use this one quite often, and so far from a wear and tear standpoint, it has held up very well. I don't really see any damage or anything to this bag, and so I do wear it pretty carefree, but I do avoid, you know, if it's raining or something, I won't wear this one. But overall, I feel like it goes with so much of my wardrobe. I just feel something special when I use this bag. Like, I always just look forward to, or I get excited when I know I'm going to wear it. I know that sounds weird, so hopefully you know what I mean. Definitely share in the comments below. Do you have a bag that just makes your heart flutter, or that you just get excited or feel like it's a special thing when you wear it? Share below and let me know what bag that is for you. Okay, next we have a newer bag to my collection, but it's already one that I've been wearing over and over and over again in the last 3 months that I've had it. So this is the Miu Miu Adventure Top Handle Bag in the color Oak. Now, I just posted a full review of this bag last week, so definitely check it out, but spoiler alert, I love this bag. Now, is this necessarily the most practical bag? Absolutely not. And I cover all the reasons why I think that in my video review. But I have to say there is something about this Napa leather, and it is simple, yet it has a very bold design with the hardware and this clasp here, and how you can just decorate it with all of these types of bag charms. It's kind of like this blank canvas that you can dress up to make it your own. And I really do feel like I love that about this bag. So honestly, it's gotten to the point that anytime I'm wearing outfits with brown tones in them, I am always gravitating to this bag. Obviously, size-wise, it fits everything I need as well, and I just love carrying it as a top handle. So overall, it's definitely climbing up my favorites list in my collection. And finally, we have the Neverfull Inside Out in the BB size. Now, this bag honestly surprised me that it made it onto this list, because if you watched my last video on my unpopular opinions, you'll know that I actually hate the Neverfull. But this little cutie is definitely an exception, because I feel like it's much more of a mini bag, and I just absolutely adore the black against the mono. It is my absolute favorite combo. I tend to wear more black in my wardrobe than brown, and so I tend to lean towards these monogram bags with the black accents. I would definitely say that's what drew me to this one to begin with. I'll also say I have the strap in here, but I do really like this insert that I have for it, because it has a zipper closure. So I do feel like I have that added security, and you know, I don't have to worry about everything falling out of my bag. If I need to zip it, I can just keep everything secure. I'll be sure to share a link to that insert in the description below in case any of you have this bag and you're interested in adding an insert to yours as well. Now, I will be honest in saying that I haven't actually used this bag with the leather side on the outside, because again, this is reversible, so you can turn it inside out and wear it as a black leather bag with a canvas interior. But I'm gonna be honest, I absolutely hate flipping this bag inside out. It's a lot of work and it's kind of stressful. And I have so many black leather bags in my collection. I never really feel the need to have a black tote like this. So I just keep it on the monogram side, and I'm perfectly happy with that. Overall, I just have enjoyed how convenient and quick of a grab and go bag this is. It is a really cute size, so it holds a good amount. I don't have to worry about squishing things. I can just toss everything in, but it's small enough that things don't get lost in a giant, you know, bottomless pit. And I also like how I can add charms to this bag, since it's kind of got these tote handles here. So right now I have this luggage tag that I was gifted by Valerie Constance. Oh gosh, it's been a few years now. I won it in a giveaway. And then I have this little charm, turn lock key charm, I would say, from Coach. And I just think it kind of goes really well with that combo. And so again, I just feel like I am constantly grabbing this bag because again, it goes with so many things. So if you are potentially looking at this piece, I will include my full review up here on what I think about it with the pros and cons, and you can check it out. So that wraps up this video. Now, I am sure there are many other luxury items that I could have highlighted, so let me know if you'd want to see a part 2 of this video. As always, I am open to hearing ideas from you on what topics you'd like to see, so definitely let me know if you have any specific things you would want me to cover. And let me know as well if you would want me to share more of my luxury beauty collection. I haven't really done much beauty on this channel because I'm very shy, so I don't think I'll be showing my face, but I do have an extensive collection of luxury beauty, and I definitely have thoughts on the products that I love and the ones that I wouldn't recommend. So if that's something that would interest you, definitely let me know. And so now I would love to hear from you on what your favorite luxury products are and recommendation for ones that I definitely should try. Please share in the comments below. I'm always enjoying the conversations that we have in that comment section. Again, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you as a part of this community. So if you want to watch more of my content, I'll be sure to leave a playlist here for you to watch. Otherwise, bye for now.